So today I want to print multiple color in the same layer. So this is the same layer. This is the first layer, and the second layer is just black. Right. So on the first layer, you can see I have set up three color: the black of the vinyl, the red accent label, and a bit of a shine or gleam to make the vinyl record a bit more recognizable. So we have three colors. The nozzle I'm using is 0.2 millimeter to make sure that details are as great as possible. Okay, so we have three colors, and unlike in the vertical axis, so for example, if I want to stop and change the color in this layer, I can just right click and add a pause. But I cannot do the same thing for the horizontal axis. I'm using OrcaSlicer, by the way. But as far as I know, other slicers also don't allow you to add a pause in the horizontal axis. Please correct me in the comments below. Okay, so we got this thing. So how am I going to print it? I have three different color, but I don't have any color changing system. So no AMS, no open source version of AMS, nothing like that. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. I'm going to export the G-code file. Okay, FreeCAD multicolor design. No, not that one. This one is rotary encoder knob. G-code. Okay, I'm gonna save it, and I will open it with a text editor. I am simply using Visual Studio Code right here. Okay, this is the plain G-code. This is basically what we are telling the motors inside the 3D printer to behave, and we will separate. We'll make the pause in the horizontal axis by editing the G-code. So let's get to it. Okay, so first layer, step 0. So I use the left and right arrow key. Okay, like that. So you see the printer is actually printing this thing, red strip, and it starts to print the center of the. Okay, you can see the G-code preview on the side. I don't know how to talk to it, but you can look it up. Okay, so by moving left and right in the single layer, I can see what line the G-code is at. So in line 1453, the hot end, the nozzle is right there. So I'm going to move up a little bit right there. Okay, so move to safe position. Boom, boom. Okay, I want to make a pause. I don't know which, specifically which line I should add the pause to the G-code, but I'm simply estimating. So this you are seeing the different position of the nozzle right there. What is it? Oh, okay. So it's cleaning. So I'm gonna have to stop it right about there. Move to safe position. M400 3. Okay. So I want to add a change in line 1488. I should really turn this thing on. Second. Okay. In VScode, I'm gonna just hit Control G. 1488, and this is the line. I'm gonna add a line. This is the pause command, M400 U1. So this is the pause command. It will put the hot end to a safe position. That is the position that the printer the hot end stay for changing filament. Okay, so we add this line at the first pause after we complete the first color, right? So 1488, got it. Then we continue to move. Okay, now it's doing something, maybe cleaning, wiping. Okay, it has changed the color and start to print the prime tower like so. Okay, we're gonna let it print the prime tower. So after I stop the red color filament, I load in this gray filament. It will print inside of that. Okay, mount right there. There's a hot end. It's going to the side for some reason. So I want to add something on the line. I don't know why there's so much space. I'm not actually that knowledgeable at gcode. I'm just going to play it safe. Line 2509. Yeah, 2509. Okay, same thing. Control G, 2509. We add another line. M400 U1. I don't know what M400 separately mean. Okay, just that. As I said, this is like surface level knowledge right here, but it is very handy if you don't want to buy and maintain an AMS system, especially ones that doesn't have an enclosure or the humidifier inside of it. Okay, so after I stop, unload the gray filament and load in the black filament, it continues to print, and that is it. Okay, so yeah, that is the next second layer. So the problem is, so after we edit the G-code that we want, I'm gonna save it. Okay, close it. The problem is that I cannot send the G-code to my printer via LAN or via Bambu server. So I actually have to take out the SD card slot from my printer. Make sure to eject it. Okay, 1 second. I'm going to plug it into my PC. Okay, SD card is in. Now I will, where's the G code? This one. I will drag and drop it in here. So this is the G code file. I have to manually put it there. Then just simply eject it and plug the SD card inside the printer. So quite a cumbersome setup. Yeah, quite a cumbersome setup compared to sending it via LAN. So I'm gonna skip to the camera of me filming the printer now. The gray part is now printed, and it is continuing printing the prime tower, I guess. Not sure what is the purpose there, but give it a couple seconds. It should move the tool head to the right and prompt a filament change. So yeah, we can have multiple color in the same layer. This can be pretty powerful. For example, if I want to make an LED sign, like light up text, right? So instead of having to buy like it is static text only, so the text is not changing, but we want it to light up as well. So we can print the first layer with the color right there in like transparent filament or some sort of patchy that are transparent as well. The current patchy I'm using is it's a bit transparent on the white only, but the red is completely like blocking all the light. So you can print the text in some sort of transparent material like transparent patchy with a color tint as well. Like I saw some purple, some red tint on patchy, and like the text is in transparent material, and the outer shell, like the next layer, not the next layer, the area that is not a text, you can print it in some other material that block all the light. So what you are left with is a sign that can block light in a single layer. I shouldn't zoom it in too close, but yeah. And yeah, the advantages with this is the tag is much more durable because this is patchy, much harder to tear. Of course it can be crushed, but you know, I don't think, like if people are deliberately like trying to break it over like this limit, there's nothing I can do about that. But I do value the text. Maybe I can add some sort of, I used to add some sort of tag like this with the zip tie on the both end to like tag the cable, because having custom text, like they do sell the tiny plastic thingy that go onto the cable for you to name and name the cable. You can actually 3D print it, tag it along like this, and print everything you want. No need to buy additional machine for label printing or like buying plastic thingy to go onto your cable. And yeah, that is one of the things that 3D printer can help me replace. So the zip tie is going to last very long, in contrast to, for example, glue or tape. As long as you use your flush cutter to cut it. Oh no. Okay, there seems to be a problem. It is ignoring my pause command, completely ignoring it, and I missed the opportunity to stop it. I'm such a stupid head. Alright, I'm gonna try it again and give you the update on the finished product later. The update on the multicolor design of this wheel, because I mainly use this thing for audio controlling. Here's my lovely little hacker girl. Yeah, so I took the measurement and this is how the first one came out, because for some reason the printer ignored my pause command, so it print everything in red, just red and gray. I fixed a couple of issues regarding the fit over here, over here, and I got this thing, so it is completely smooth on the surface like there, and it doesn't have any wobble. The wobble you're seeing is because of the encoder itself, not because of the fit between them. So yeah, even though this is it have a metal ring, it lacks a bit of character, you know. So that is how I make it. That is how you use the pause command to make a custom knob
for the 3D printer, for the keyboard. So as always, the journey of 1,000 miles begin with a single step.